Welcome back to another installment of From My Desk. This is a new ongoing series on my channel where I just share bits and bobs of my life at the moment. This is very relaxed, casual, chatty. Think of this like a video call of me sharing things from my desk to yours. So we're going to be planning August together, and I've got my little notebook ecosystem that I have somewhat acquired quite recently. We're going to be using all three of these today. So grab your notebook, grab your supplies, grab your favorite drink of choice. Today I've opted for an iced Americano, which also matches my dress in a way and is perfect for the summer. Anyways, let's get planning. The first thing I like to do before making my August monthly setup is to do a quick overview of July, which is just reflecting on how my monthly layouts have been working for me, what spreads worked really well for me and what spreads didn't so much, and whether or not I want to keep them in my next setup or if I need to tweak them or drop them all together. What I do first is start on the monthly log. I look through the events I've got going on just to do a quick overview of how the month went. I look at my monthly master to-do list, which I call an inbox, to see if there's anything that I need to X out that I've completed, anything that I would want to migrate into the next month, or anything that I should just cross out completely because it's irrelevant. Moving on, I've got my 1 line a day spread as well as my habit tracker that I combined on the same 2 pages. Today's the 29th, so I didn't do yesterday yet, so I should probably fill this out now. So what happened yesterday? Oh, I forgot to say my nighttime prayers last night, but I did read a lot yesterday. We did go for a walk. Something that's really helped me is to try to take the pressure off in filling up the entire habit tracker. It's okay that there are gaps. It doesn't mean I was lazy or anything. It just means life was happening and there's a reason for the blank space on the page. Moving on, I'm just gonna look through my rolling weeklies. So as you can see, I've got some blank space here. That's because this is when Nigel started working again and I just didn't have the time to open up my bullet journal, which happens. That's real life. Again, didn't have time to touch my bullet journal whatsoever, but I did write down a little note reflecting on what happened that week, so I understand. I provide context as to why my spreads are looking a little bit bare, and then I tried a different rolling weekly because I realized that the 2-page setup wasn't working since I wasn't really using it. Alrighty, let's set up for August. I love this layout. I'm gonna repeat it again. I'm a creature of habit in case you haven't noticed. So gonna do August 2025, August inbox, linear calendar, and then write out my monthly to-dos. Alright, the next spread is going to be the August 1 line a day. I really like this layout. I like that I've got more room to write if I have it horizontal. So I'm going to do the same thing, but I will change up the habits a bit. should have counted, but I was too lazy, and this is what happens when I don't count. This next spread is going to be something different, something new for this month. I've never done this before, ever, in my bullet journal journey. I want to track my health, and I haven't really planned out exactly what this is going to look like, but I'm going to figure it out in real time. So some context to this is I've been dealing with a lot of health issues, especially since I was pregnant with my son. I had a really challenging pregnancy. I was nauseous all the time. And then postpartum came along, and I've still been dealing with some issues, some gut health issues to be specific. And so I think it'd be a good idea to make a spread just to track my supplements, to track any symptoms I've been having, and to have some space on the page to write down information about how I feel, how food is sitting in my stomach, if I felt very nauseous, if I had a headache, that kind of thing. So I can gather some information, some data to know more about my health and to make wiser choices moving forward. What I'm gonna do is make a linear calendar and have all the things I wanna track labeled above here. And then I'll have a space here to write down how I felt for that day. Have the rolling weekly. I will make one for next week. I think I'm gonna go back and do my usual 2-page spread. So we're gonna have a rolling weekly for work related things and then a rolling weekly for home related things. And there we have it. This is my August monthly setup for my bullet journal. We've got the monthly log with the monthly master to-do list. We have my 1 line a day and my little habit tracker. And then we have a health related habit tracker and a health diary or health report section. And then my usual rolling weeklies. Now let's move on to my reading journal. This is my A6 leather 6-ring binder. I have a whole video on my setup, which you can check out. So I just want to update my journal a bit here. Like the reading tracker I've got right here. I need to update that. Here is my habit tracker in July. I'm gonna just copy that onto here. Commonplace section needs some more updating. I have a lot more I want to write, so let's work on that. As I said in my reading journal setup video, I am currently reading The Orthodox Church. This is my nonfiction read. So I got up to page 62. See if there's anything else that I underlined that I want to make note of. Moving on to the personal dictionary, I have so many words that I need to define and write down in my personal dictionary from this book, The Brothers Karamazov by Dostoevsky. Before I get into that, I want to talk a little bit of my annotating system, because in my journal setup video, I mentioned that I hadn't figured it out yet, and I am still in the process of figuring it out. What I'm doing is really not specific, it's non-committal, because I am kind of scared of writing all over my book. I have a bit of a key going on here, so I've got these colors and then what it's coordinated to. So I've got prose or description that really stood out to me that I want to remember and look back on. Got Fyodor, Dmitri, Alyosha, Ivan, parts that are Orthodox theology. This blue one's for something important, interesting, or a dramatic moment that I want to remember, to refer back to. I need a bookmark to show where I'm at with my definitions, because or else I'm not gonna remember. Maybe I'll use a sticky note for now. And how I annotated this is I just placed a dot right above the word that needed defining. Worth. The last thing I want to do is make a spread for my junk journal. So I have collected quite a few stickers from various fruits, and I want to make a collage with it or something. So let me just take out all the junk that I have. Maybe I might make a spread that has no rhyme or reason. It'll just be a bunch of junk. I think that's okay too. And here's the spread. It is very simple, kind of bare, but this is fully made out of junk. Every single piece on this spread is from junk. That's my junk journal spread for today. I should write down the date as well so I don't forget when I made this spread. There we go. And there we have it, a monthly setup for August in my bullet journal. We did a little bit of updating in my reading journal. And last but not least, we did a junk journal spread with all the stickers that I collected so far. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for journaling with me, planning with me, and hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this kind of content, please be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!